Hi, I'm Steve Allen. I'm the head of the Graduate School at Nottingham Trent University, and I'd like to welcome you to this presentation, which is based around our Graduate School Forum, which was held on the 2nd of December 2015. The agenda for this meeting is presented on this slide. I'll give an update on the actions from our June meeting. We then received an update from Sharon Potter of the library. I'll then discuss the outcome of this year's PRES survey with you and the actions arising from this. I'll give an update on our rollout of the new Research Development Programme, and finally the students attending the meeting in person were invited to raise matters for discussion, and I'll describe those in more detail. This slide shows the action tracker from our June meeting. As you'll see, all actions are now complete. So we were asked to update contact information for relevant staff and student reps, and these are now on the Graduate School Now pages. We were asked to update the MPhil PhD handbook to include information for part-time students and to develop an induction program for the graduate school, and also induction programs within each individual school, and these are also now complete. Finally, I was asked to work on developing a social media presence for the graduate school. This has been done, and we now have Facebook, Twitter and YouTube sites. For the library update, Sharon Potter gave us an overview of the library's activities. The postgraduate students were generally supportive of the library and had had good experiences of this service. Students should remember that there are a variety of ways to contact the library for help and assistance, and that they may attend as many training courses as they wish to during their studies, even repeating the same course should they wish to. Students raised the following concerns. Could kitchen facilities be made available in the library? In response, although some social space is available, the library could not provide further catering facilities. It could be noisy in the library. In response, the library had fitted swipe card access to postgraduate research space in order to address this issue. The university needs to consider part-time and non-traditional students in its provision. In response, the University Library is developing more online resources to assist these students. The students questioned whether RefWorks was the best choice of an NTU referencing system. In response, the institution has looked at several packages, and RefWorks appears to be the most robust and generally applicable. A library guide on managing references is available online. One of the students present had some feedback based around an experience of a time management course arranged by the library. Again, this was not addressed to the wider group of students, including non-traditional students. An action on the library was to feedback these comments and concerns to the course organiser for future reference. Finally, a request was made for more events to be held at Brackenhurst. In response, although it is difficult to encourage staff from the city and Clifton to travel to Brackenhurst for external events, both the library and the graduate school staff were present at Brackenhurst on a regular basis. Consideration will be given to including Brackenhurst as a venue for the graduate school's networking sessions in 2016. The graduate school and the library would work on their communications to staff and students at Brackenhurst to highlight times when they would be present at this campus. I'll now summarise the results of the PRES survey. PRES is a study carried out with the voluntary input of all postgraduate research students. It takes place every 2 years. The next survey is in 2017. The results of PRES do not count towards league table positions. There were 40 generic questions and 13 specific questions to NTU students. The reason for PRES is to identify areas of development and improvement of the postgraduate student experience at all universities, but specifically here at NTU when we analyse the results of NTU's own PRES survey results. So overall, there was a 38% response rate by NTU students to the PRES survey. This was up from 35% in 2013. The sector response rate was 40%, down from 42%. The engagement of our students varies significantly across our schools, from a high of 86% in Aries to 18% in education. But please remember that the number of postgraduate students varies significantly across all of our 9 schools. The headline result is that we have achieved an overall satisfaction score of 80% at NTU. This is slightly behind the score of the sector at 82%. This year's overall satisfaction is lower than results obtained in both 2013 and 2011 PRES surveys. The table shown on this slide shows the results by school. In some schools, overall satisfaction is very high, such as in Aries and the School of Science and Technology, but is behind the sector and low in some other schools. The schools of Architecture, Design and the Built Environment, Art and Design, and Law have seen very disappointing results. I'll outline an action plan a little later on in this presentation that will look at the outcome of the PRES survey. This slide summarises the outcomes of PRES, showing the 6 areas of the survey. The good news is that we've achieved very good scores around the support and guidance that supervisors provide, for developing research skills of our students, and in terms of progress and assessment of our students' journey. For resources, we get generally good scores, although suitable workspace has been raised as an issue in several schools. We'll be pursuing this area in a number of ways in due course, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in due course. In terms of personal development, we fall behind in terms of developing networking opportunities for our students and developing their professional contacts. Teaching opportunities available to our students should also be addressed. For part-time students, we do not score well. These students do not generally feel well catered for, and this is an area of development for Nottingham Trent. For our research environment, we don't score well on several factors that have been assessed. For overall satisfaction, though, this is still good at 80% for the institution, but we need to address the reasons why this has been falling over the last 3 PRES surveys. There are issues in several individual schools, and we'll work with PGR tutors to identify and address these concerns. As a result of PRES, and with a change in structure of the graduate school, we are beginning to address many of the concerns that have been raised. As the head of the graduate school, I've analysed the results for each school, and I'm busy developing school-specific action plans. This will involve discussions with postgraduate research tutors, professional doctorate course leaders, with student reps, and with deans of the schools. And we're already pushing forward with a number of improvements. These include the Graduate School Forum and our social media presence, including this YouTube channel to allow all students, including professional doctorates and part-time students, to engage and provide feedback. Our new Researcher Development Programme is rolled out from October 2015, and I'll talk a little bit more on this later. We've introduced new courses on research skills, including NVivo and SPSS, and these were initially offered to students on the former PRP course, but in 2016 will be offered to all students. We're engaged as a graduate school in discussions with all schools and with the Estates Department around the space available in schools for postgraduate research students, particularly in those schools where this emerged as a significant issue in PRES. We offer more training for your supervisors so that they're aware of the structure of your courses. We organise a generic graduate school induction for all new students, and this is followed by school-level inductions. And we are now running a monthly series of networking events to provide opportunities for you to develop contacts and to mix with other research students in order to enhance our research culture. We'll also organise an annual research festival where you'll have the opportunity to present your work. So overall, we're taking the PRES results very seriously, and our ambition is to improve in all areas and score more highly in 2017. So I'll now update you on the new Researcher Development Programme, which has replaced the PRP course. Students currently enrolled on the PRP are allowed to see out this course, but new students or those beginning to engage will progress on the Researcher Development Programme, the RDP. The RDP allows our students to create an individualised programme for their personal and professional development, but also supports the key stages of project approval, project transfer and Viva for MPhil PhD students. At these checkpoints, your engagement will be tracked through conversations with your supervisor, and you'll also have the opportunity to keep an e-portfolio to log your activities and reflections. Your discussions with your supervisors will help identify areas for your own development, and these needs can be addressed by engaging with the Researcher Development Gateway on our Now pages. The students present at the Graduate School Forum in December felt that this was a positive development. Stage 1, to support project approval, was launched for new students in October 2015, and those students registered for the PRP were introduced to stages 2 and 3, of the Research and Development Programme as appropriate. From Term 2, the RDP will be opened up to all other research students, including those that were not engaged in the former PRP course. You can access details of the Research and Development Programme under the Graduate School's Now pages under Content. The next few slides highlight those topics that were raised for discussion by the students who were present in person at the Graduate School Forum. Firstly, the students re-emphasised the need to cater for all types of research students. Students raised the issue of availability of conference funds and felt that it could be unfair for self-funding students if they did not have funds available when compared to students on bursaries. As head of Graduate School, I'll look into this in more detail. Students were supportive of the moves to increase networking opportunities that were being offered to them, but raised concerns over opportunities that existed at school level, and I'll raise this matter with the school postgraduate research tutors and professional doctorate course leaders. A request was made to reconsider the current system of interim and annual monitoring. Could the system be simplified? I informed the students that this would be discussed at the January meeting of the University Research Degrees Committee with a view to simplifying the monitoring process, and I'll report back on that in due course. Finally, actions emerging from this meeting are listed on this slide, and I'll report back on progress on these matters at the next Graduate School Forum. If, after watching this video, you have any comments or feedback, please do get in touch with me. You can contact me by email on the address given below. You can also follow me on Twitter, and please have a look at our Facebook pages. And finally, thanks for watching this presentation. Thank you.